Hey guys, it's Justin with JDC Products, and today I want to talk to you guys about a couple things that's saddened me, hurt me, upset me, disappointed me, I guess pissed me off. What else is new when you're a little old garage engineer doing research into this work? For those of you who know me, back in January of 2014, Neil Ward and myself open sourced a concept known as the HCAT. You can go to hcat.me from Sterling Allen. He did a compilation of this. I went over this several times in my video. And essentially, you're just shooting HHO gas inside of a automobile catalytic converter and gaining a lot of heat out of it. Lots of things you can do with this. I mean, the possibilities are endless and untapped. But Neil Warden and myself and so many other guys on YouTube, we're not much for calorimetry tests and things like that. We open source this to give it to the people, have them do something with it. Thus far, nobody's really did anything with it. I'm picking back up on that now and trying to get some things done, but some things have happened over the course of the past month or so that's really caught my attention and floored me, upset me, and I want to expose this and show these people, or show you guys, who these people really are. They're not our friends. I don't think any of the reporting websites on alternative energy on the website, the two main ones that I go to, are really for the people on this. I mean, this technology we could have had this stuff decades ago. I can prove it. And some of these people within these run these websites want to tell me that nobody's lying to anybody, that everybody's being truthful. But I'm just going to point out a few things and just show you guys that they're a bunch of filthy liars, and I'm calling them out, and I'm sick and tired of it. This is ridiculous. You know. All right, we're going to start off with basically this HCAT. Once I released it, nobody wanted to listen to me, and maybe a month or so later, I don't know how long it was. It might be in the dates up here, but CatWorld.com. Frank Ackland runs this website. He interviewed me, basically. You can go back and look at the articles. He keeps up, interviewed me, and so on and so forth. And this was a little after the time that Industrial Heat and Andrea Rossi set up in Raleigh, North Carolina here, supposedly. That's what they said. Raleigh, North Carolina here. And we're working on this ECAT, Andrea Rossi e-catalyzer technology. It's supposed to be a form of what we would call LENR, low energy nuclear reactions, but Frank Ackland interviewed me and caused a little bit of a stir within the online public community. So he decided that they would set up a ECAT World HHO experiment crowdfunding goal proposal, and the goal was achieved. Now, as far as how the actual dollar amount they received, I couldn't tell you. They said that they were trying to raise $500 by April, but probably they got much more than that, if you want me to be honest. And essentially, they were just this guy Alan Smith from Leapfrog Labs over in the UK, or Leap Forward Laboratory. It don't matter what it is. They ain't nothing to write home about, I can tell you that. But this guy was supposed to do this calorimetry test for us. He was going to build himself a HHO system. Actually, he did. Neil Ward actually sent him catalyst substrate for free. Sent this stuff to him to run tests with. We got a couple updates from this guy. It was supposed to be all about the people here doing calorimetry tests, shooting out numbers to us. One of the last reports that came out from this guy is back in May, June, something like that. It's supposed to be out months and months ago. Apparently, he builds this electrolyzer system. Quite honestly, the guy had no business doing this calorimetry test. He might work in a laboratory or what have you, but at the end of the day, apparently he had no flashback protection, no safety protection in his system at all. And apparently what had happened was he had flashback and it blew his system up. I guess scared the bejesus out of him. And he had to rebuild his simple, very simple. This thing could be rebuilt in a matter of an hour, honestly and truly. And apparently because he had that big bad flashback issue, and some, from what Frank told me a little while ago, a week or so ago, I don't know how long ago it was, had some family issues, couldn't get back to nobody. Now, all these months passed and people kept asking these guys, Frank alike, where are the calorimetry numbers? What's going on? Where's the numbers at? We paid for it. This crowdfunding thing was paid for by followers of CatWorld. They paid for this to be done. It was never done. Alan would never even respond to my emails. He won't respond to them now. Wouldn't respond to them then. What's going on? Multiple comments on CatWorld's over the months from other people, in the public side, asking where are these calorimetry numbers. Neil Ward and myself were talking in our forum, and he was upset that he sent this guy substrate on his own dime, didn't even ask Alan to pay for it, and the least he could do is just provide numbers back. Well, they never did. Now that I've got really working with the HCAT heater technology a little bit, I kind of understand why, because it's actually a very valuable piece of technology. Even without the LENR to it, it can very easily be adapted over to heating technology. Clean, very efficient. Even COP numbers are greater than 1, even without LENR being applied. Well, at any rate, I didn't really think nothing about it. It kind of made me mad anyway that the people of the CatWorld were willing to give their money to, some dude that said he had a laboratory and he was some scientist or what have you, when Neil Ward and myself were the ones that put this out. Neither one of us got a dime of donations from anybody. What else is new? But that's neither here nor there. I put it out. It was my decision to put the thing out anyway, just to give people something to go on. Now it looks like it seems like everybody's taking this technology behind the curtain. Stab Neil Ward and myself in the back, and also the public figures that were looking at this stabbed us in the back. But again, what else is new when you're working with this technology? But I was under the impression that Frank Ackland over here at CatWorld and all the followers and everybody were just good people. That ain't the case at all. You're gonna find out that most of these people that are reporting on this stuff are slick and slimy and sleazeballs, to say the least. But at any rate, let's see what we got here. I got a lot of stuff to go over. It's probably a chopped video here, but as all of you know, that the Andrea Rossi ECAT third-party report release debacle that has been going on, where essentially, apparently, some third party was doing testing on these on Andrea Rossi's ECAT technology. ECAT, Andrea Rossi, the ECAT technology, and industrial heat is supposed to be over in Raleigh, North Carolina, just a little ways away. Now, they don't say too much out in the public sector. I'm getting the impression that I had thought at the beginning of all this that they were setting up over in Raleigh, North Carolina. I mean, this is, Wright brothers country. This is over 100 years ago. This is where, man first took flight, or at least this is where a couple of redneck, I wouldn't say redneck, but I'd say roughneck, garage engineers over here. They were very intelligent. Orville and Wilbur Wright over in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Built this plane out of this plane out of backyard junkyard parts, wood scraps, and just they flew this thing for just, I don't know, 30 seconds, a minute. It wasn't very long, and other people around the world working with the same technology at the same time. But being that it happened here, it was just it gave people a belief. Affirmation that it's like seeing is believing, and it somehow had to happen here because this is at that particular time, this would have been where the the poor, the low grade people were at, and when those people start to catch on, that's when the rest of the world catches on, and some of the richest parts of the world were working with this technology too, and maybe even further than the Wright brothers. But nobody believed them, nobody cared, until the Wright brothers started flying it, and everybody started talking about it, and it just took off from there. Um, this area of North Carolina has been very fortunate to have that type of history base, and I just thought, you know, Andrea Rossi Industrial Heat were gonna lead the way in that type of revolution again. And I don't know what's going on right now. It just don't seem that's the way it's playing out. Uh, I was excited about this stuff. Really, I've been really excited about all this over the past few years, and I've been written and raving about all kinds of different things. But now that I'm finding out that even the online institutions and public sector of this are all lying to us too, it's like, who the hell do you believe anymore? Who 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 is for mankind? Who is for the betterment of mankind? Who is for the people by the people? I don't understand. Who do I believe anymore? But at any rate, they put out this third party report, and again, the public sector drools all over this. And look at this reactor, man. I mean, it looks like a bone. It's like, throw these people here a bone, would you? Look at how this is. And then on our HCAT forum, we had a guy named Morrow building little tube reactors out of the catalyst of these HCAT technology. Basically, better than this. We're getting great numbers. And I mean, nobody gave a damn. Nobody cared. I have a third-party report from Andrea Ross come out with a damn little bone tube reactor sitting here, just sitting on the damn table here, just getting hot, not doing nothing. Now, this damn research has been going on for decades, and I can prove it. By million and billion and even trillion-dollar research laboratories and military sector and defense contractors and the corporations. They've been doing this research for decades, and you mean to tell me this is as good as it gets right here? Can't do nothing with it. Can't heat no room. Can't heat no house. This is what we get. This is what we're given. The scraps. The damn bones. This is what they give the public. And what's so damn sad is nobody believed any of this stuff until this damn report came out with some numbers written on a piece of paper. They didn't want to start drooling all over it. Everybody went just berserk over this. This stuff's getting reported in some of the mainstream news. I'm like, cold fusion finally here. It's real. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm laughing at this because I'm like, what in the hell did they give us? This has been the whole thing. The whole time I've been in this research, all the research reports I pulled, none of these experiments are doing anything but sitting on a table, getting hot, doing nothing. And I'm like, there ain't no damn way you've been working on this stuff all these years, and some of these places have invested billions and trillions of dollars into this research, possibly, most likely, they've stolen it from us. And you mean tell me that this is as good as it gets? No, that's not happening for me. I don't believe that one bit. And I got a bunch of data and research reports to even prove that, and I'm going to show you here a couple things you should know, and just look at and pay attention to, and ask yourself, is this as good as it gets, and is this as good as Andrea Rossi has got it? Well, I think not. Now, the report, everybody's been, it's the same thing me and Neil were talking about. Even if me and Neil put out calorimetry numbers on the HCAT, ain't nobody going to believe it. Even if they were legit numbers, everybody's going to just argue over the numbers. They don't care. What me and Neil said, until we put our actual heater's got an on-off switch thermostat on it, and the average Joe can go and turn it on. Say I want it at 85, 90 degrees, and it'll turn off when it gets above that. Nobody's going to use it. Nobody cares about the calorimetry numbers that are sitting in their damn bed at night freezing cold. And that's what I told Sterling Allen just a couple of days ago. We don't care about the damn numbers. Just put technology out that works and that heats somebody's home. Quit doing this type of crap. It is sickening to me that this is all you're giving the public sector. This damn bone. Throw these people a bone. Give me a break. And this is the freeware version, so we're about at 15 minutes, so I'm going to stop it, and then we're going to do another one, and see where things go with that. Maybe I can get through this whole video for 30 minutes. I don't know. But I'm pretty sick of how this is all playing out, and you're going to see a couple other things that's going to make me even sicker, and I'm just tired of it. And the public sector needs to look at this, and even the people that are doing this to the other people needs to look at this, figure out what your damn priorities are. Now, as I was saying, basically when this report came out just a little while ago, it was the 8th of this month, I guess. Anyway, the public went crazy over this. They finally got some numbers that said that there was a little bit of excess heat. It was like a cop of three times over unity or something. Wasn't much. I mean, these things are known to go, way above that. And I can assure you, the technology is way more advanced than this, and they've put it in the useful product line. But at any rate, as usual, the public slobbers all over it, and at first I did, and then I started realizing it was all a gimmick. It was just laughable. It was crazy. And the new thing in this was they were adding some sort of catalyst inside of the nickel powder, like a lithium type of catalyst. Uh, if you use like lithium carbonate in your electrolyzer, you might produce some strange results of tritium and production and deuterium in there. And I got all kinds of research reports to show that. I've been studying this stuff for quite a few years, and it goes back a long time. Now, after this report was done, there was a bunch of arguments over the damn numbers, as usual. Oh, this number ain't right, this number ain't right, this is good for validation, and everybody was putting their stamp of approval on it, and all the propaganda and crap going on, and it's just hilarious to me. One of them being, well, we're going to come back to that, and that right there has got me on fire right now, too, but we're going to get back to that. But one of them being Mike McCoubrey of SRI Laboratories. He reviews the ECAT report, and well. Let's see here. Where is this here? Frank reports, but Mike also seems to give the report an overall passing grade, right? Like, hey, Mike McCoubrey's he's top notch, and this guy's well known in the industry to be he's a lying sleazeball too, if you want me to be honest. And I tried to tell Sterling Allen the other day. I was writing to him in Skype, messing him back and forth. I was like, you mean to tell me all these people you follow and report on, all these high ups and everything, these corporate laboratories, are not lying to you, telling you that they're just a year or 5 years away from something when they've been working on this crap for decades? And he wanted me to give him data. Well, Mike McCreary's got crap online right now, PDFs. A damn cold fusion LENR reactors. Basically a little tiny electrolyzers. He's using heavy water and crap like that in them and getting over unity numbers. And this was a long time ago when he was doing this stuff. And if you go to the daggone Wikipedia page, it tells you right here from 1989 to 2002, he researched cold fusion at SRI International. And this, I believe, they made a comment on the HCAT back in January or so when Sterling Allen asked something about it. And basically, this sleazeball, somebody over there, and I can't remember, I have to find the quote, says something like they thought that the technology was interesting. It was a cool concept. And they may even dabble in it behind the curtain, but if we ain't paying these guys, they ain't giving us no numbers. They ain't giving us no access to their equipment. Basically saying, pay up, or you public figures, you peasants ain't getting nothing. That's usually how it is, isn't it? But these guys have been researching this stuff. SRI Laboratories over there in California, with the rest of the daggone what I call Nazis. They've had this hydrogen technology, these fusion and cold fusion technologies, hot fusion too. They've had this stuff for decades. Jack Nicholson, me and Neil's been talking about this for a long time too. Jack Nicholson was driving a hydrogen car back in the 70s. And he's up there, slimy sleazeball Jack Nicholson, doing a TV report on that. And great engineering on it, and just a pure hydrogen car shooting damn water vapor out the tailpipe where you wouldn't even need a catalytic converter. This was back in the 70s. It just gets on my nerves. People try to tell me that this stuff hadn't been out for this long. Give me a break. They've been developing and researching and perfecting this technology, probably going back to somewhere in like 1900s all the way to 1920s. But anyway, let's see what else we got here. Oh, they had all the major players come out too. You had Brilliant, which is working over here in SRI Laboratories over in California too. And these guys are American company, American LENR research company that has this Grand Slam technology that apparently they're going to release in China first. Yeah, right. Ain't for the people at all in this country. Let's see here. After this stuff came out, as far as Andrea Rossi stuff came out, I basically tore Allen Smith, Frank Ackland, and Sterling Allen, the new one on this. I was pissed off about the HCAT calorimetry stuff, not getting back to us about any of it. Not following up with us, not answering anybody's questions, nothing. Not because I was so mad looking at this stupid report. One of the guys in our research forum called it a Rossi noodle. I call it the wet Andrea Rossi spaghetti noodles. What I called it. It was a damn joke, and these people couldn't even do it. They couldn't even give us no research supports anyway. Frank Ackland done set up this Energy 2.0 society where he's a board member of it. It's a joke if you go watch the video. A bunch of old men up there talking about how great this is going to be, and it seems like the actual meeting that they had was nothing more than watered down introductory level data on this stuff, where it wasn't even data, just telling you about what LENR reactor could or may be. Nothing real grand slam. It was, I think Frank Ackland's trying to cash in on this stuff too, to be honest. But matter of fact, let's go to another one right here. These guys right here. Where is their website? QuantumHeat.org, Martin Fletcher Memorial Project. Let's light the new fire. Underneath your pocketbooks is what these guys are all about. These guys are supposed to be publicly sponsored, right, by the people. I'm not sure how much money they've raised. Quite a bit, I'm sure, right? And these guys would not take the HCAT calorimetry experiment test. They were begged to do it by myself and by a few other people. There's a guy named Bob Greener from the UK as well. He goes up there and he comments on CatWorld a lot, and I was shooting back and forth to him, and he would not take the daggone test. The public was asking him to do it. They're publicly funded. He wouldn't do it, right? I realize why now, but I even offered to send the guy the catalytic converter and the electrolyzer. All they had to do was just put some data out. Would not do it, right? Well, after all this debacle with the daggone ECAT report came out just a little while ago, now all of a sudden Martin Fletcher Memorial Project, they're on a mission to replicate this tiny little bone reactor, right? Let's go to that. Where's that at? Mike McCouvery, all these guys are tools if you want my opinion. Oh yeah, now just look at this. They right now Martin Fletcher Memorial Project seeks help with bill of materials for the ECAT replication. They're trying to dip in the public's pockets again and get some more money out of them. They ain't got enough already with all their fancy tools crap over there. Yeah, lying to the people again. Put this out on October 23rd. I guess today. Want some damn money from the people again. Hey, we need some money. We need to replicate this fine piece of engineering that's sitting on the damn table here looking like a wet noodle doing nothing. You know how much money they want? Let me show you. Let me go over here. Is this it? Look at this. Look at these dollar amounts right here. To replicate a reactor that probably might cost $50 to build. They want thousands of dollars from the public. They want you to dip out of your pocket thousands of dollars, right? To go and build this damn little tiny reactor that ain't gonna do a damn thing for a damn soul. But give them some numbers. I told Sterling. Sterling asked me. I sent him a picture. I'm gonna show it to you in a little while ago on some stuff I'm working on. He asked me, "What's the numbers on this? Is it over Unity? Blah 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 blah." I said, I'm done giving the thirsty thieves numbers out of my notebook. Numbers don't mean a damn thing to the soul. It's laying in the bed freezing at night. I'm one of them damn souls, right? I've been working on this stuff for years. Can't get no help from nobody No love from nobody. Pisses me off. I could run circles around you guys, given the opportunity and the damn funding that you keep stealing from the gullible people. But I'm exposing you guys one by one. Filthy, lying thieves. Alright? Oh, and get this. Now all of a sudden, Lockheed Martin, right? They coming out now. Talking about compact fusion. Closer than you think. Hot fusion, right? I think they changed the damn number amount up here. It said more than 50 years ago. They had I had to find it. It's got to be somewhere, but they had a paragraph up here that was saying, it should be no surprise that we've been working on this for over 60 years. Yeah, more like 100 years. They've been working on this damn stuff. I mean, this stuff goes back for a long time. They've been working on this stuff and ain't got nowhere with it. At least that's what they tell us, the public. But they've been using this crap. They got this stuff perfected already. It's ridiculous. Frank Atlan reported on this, said it would be 10 years, said it was what they said. And a little while ago, they, after we started putting stuff on our forum, these guys come out and say, hey, it's going to be 5 years now. Well, next week going to be 2 years? Huh? It's going to be 2 years, Lockheed Martin? Is that what it's going to be? Where you at, NASA? I know you in on this too, right? Oh, you slimy sleazeballs. Well, what else am I showing up here? All of this, and, you know, we got people on our forum that were replicating this damn little bone of a reactor tube here. Nobody cared about us. They didn't throw us a damn party. They didn't say that we were changing the world or Frank Atlan was a god. Didn't say nothing to us. And this damn thing ain't even close to being engineered in anything that you can use. Here it is, winter again, going to be cold as hell. I'm not going to be. These, I'm not going to cuss that bad, but these a-holes ain't going to be cold either. You, the people watching this video, going to be cold, right? Because these corporate pigs keep lying to you, telling you that this is years away, 5 years, 10 years, when they've had it perfected, working on it for decades. I could spend hours going over research reports with you. I'm not going to. You want to learn, you do put the time in like I have. Learn what it's about. I got pissed about all this, right? So, I sent Andrea Rossi email. I sent Industrial Heat, Frank, Sterling, and that daggone stupid scientist over there. Didn't even have flashback safety material. At least that's probably the lie he said. And all of a sudden I'm finding like Nexus magazine from July, finding reports in there talking about HHO catalytic heating is going to be revolutionary. You know, where'd you get that idea from? Then you had the Germans coming out talking about we were doing it way before Justin Church was. Well, damn, you should have came out and told me about it too. I've been searching for this stuff for years. All right? Lockheed Martin, you make me sick. Now all of a sudden Frank's reporting on Lockheed Martin now because he's in bed with these corporate, I'm going to call them what they are, assholes. Now all of a sudden there's this stupid debacle, Andrea Rossi's ECAP versus the Lockheed Martin compact fusion reactor, like it's a damn race. We messing with people's lives. Don't you realize that? Huh? I guess you don't. Restarting the atomic age. How about restarting my damn bedroom when it's 30 below? How about that? For the people, by the people. Well, I started my HCAT forum, and I got some fuel right now. We got a team going, and we're going to bust your ass. Changing the world takes only one individual with a dream. And you look at that, people. That's what's coming right now, here in a little bit. It's going to get even more advanced than that. If you sons of bitches don't start putting products on the damn market for the people, I'm going to do it. And I'm going to expose every one of you. You lying sack of crap. I'm tired of it. We're all tired of it. Everybody in this damn forum, the HCAT forum, is tired of it. Everybody on YouTube's tired of it. The people that are following these assholes out here on the CatWorld, and even Sterling Allen at PESN.com. They ain't for the people, by the people. They lying to you. Bought and paid for. Waiting to cash in on your stupidity. You give these sons of bitches some money and see what it gets you. The same bullshit it's been getting you all these years. Have a nice day.